Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver
Hey guys,
now.
Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. A quick update on what's going on with silver. We should see the price moving higher, but the banking cabal, the powers that be, the governments that be, they're all throwing more and more derivatives at the price of silver. We do have shortages everywhere of physical silver, but the derivatives are being just going off the charts, and you can see it right here. So we're at $52.58 right now. Right, let's take a look at the silver futures. Now remember, these are futures and options. Look how much was trading the whole month. Down here in the, the average was about 500 million ounces, which is obviously ridiculous. But now, Friday, they traded close to 1 billion ounces. And the same has been with the bigger days of the last few days. These are derivative changes, derivative trades that in lieu of physical silver, they're trying to keep the price down. And open interest is going up. It's at 176,000 contracts, close to, what's that, 850 million ounces. So the derivatives are going off the charts. And what else are derivatives? These things. Where is it? Silver's explosive move may yet be to come. Silver's rally to $51 an ounce this week may have sparked a psychological milestone for investors, but analysts say the explosive move could still be ahead. And why is that? Oh, man. Apparently, I can't see that. It was a good one. Anyway, what it is the derivative market. What they're doing is leasing silver. Leasing silver. Sold out India, panic in London, how the silver market broke. Here's a Bloomberg article. So we've all heard that the silver leases in the UK are going crazy. 30, 40, 50% to lease metal for a month or two. Those are silver derivatives. Those are in lieu of people not getting any physical silver of their own. So the entities that owe the silver are leasing it, borrowing it basically, from entities like JP Morgan Chase, and then supplying the physical silver to the short contract that they had. Well, it doesn't fix the problem. It just kicks the can a couple months down the line. The problem that nobody seems to be talking about is silver demand for physical silver. The complete opposite of what the exchanges trade is off the charts. So we can look at the Silver Institute and say, this is the problem. The Silver Institute lying about how much silver is being consumed. And we can see it plain as day right here. For photovoltaics, they had 195 million ounces that were forecast for 2025. That was the forecast. If you've been following my work, go to just the front page of roadtoruta.com. You're going to see all the fake things that the Silver Institute does. Look at these. This is 2023. You see the red boxes? They had to go back and change historical numbers just to make the demand look like it wasn't that big. This is what comes to roost. The reality is this demand for silver and photovoltaic is not 195 million ounces. What is it? Let's just go ask Grok, right? Grok seems to know. My prior estimate of 4 to 450 million ounces, that's more than double, was a little conservative. The revised 2025 total is 430 to 475 million ounces. 430 to 475 million ounces. And our friends over at Mike Dorinza over at the Silver Institute, for some reason, had to lie. And he lied. The lie was so bad that the entire market wasn't ready for this. Had the Silver Institute reported the correct numbers going back years, people would have been conserving silver. People would have been looking for new technologies to implement to thrift silver out of solar panels. They're doing it now, but it takes literally years for it to be implemented in mass production. This can 100% be blamed on the silver riggers. The Silver Institute being the key one, because everybody looks at this chart and goes, holy crap. So they're going to have to add 250 million ounces to the demand, which is off the charts. So now 100% of the mine supply needs to go to demand. 100% of mine supply needs to go to demand now. So where are they going to get the rest of it? Are they going to get it from JP Morgan's leases? We know that JP Morgan stole or accumulated 1.2 billion ounces. Yes, 10 times what the Hunt brothers accumulated. When they rigged the silver market too low from 2008 to 2014. They got busted for it, but they didn't really. Trump didn't really bust them for it because he let them keep the silver. And they took the silver and they leased it out, and that's where all the silver is coming from now. Because all the stuff that's being dug out of the ground is being used, and more is being used on the industrial side and being consumed. Really, the only silver left is the JP Morgan leased silver. And that's all leased out. It was all leased out back in 2021. Through Bank of America, believe it or not. Just one bank. And then they subleased it to all the little schmoes who are having to deal with coming up with the silver now. So let's take a look at who those little schmoes are. This month is going to be the largest non-delivery month delivery ever. It's already over 30 million ounces, could hit 40 million ounces for a non-delivery month. November's a non-delivery month. What are we going to do, another 40 million? Where are they going to get it? And then December is a delivery month, and then who knows? All bets are off by then. But I don't even know if it's going to get that far, because the more silver derivatives they throw at it, i.e. the more silver contracts, you're just going to see the open interest get bigger and bigger and bigger, because if a buyer of physical silver who needs it for their manufacturing capacity is going to enter the market and buy silver that day on the COMEX and demand delivery right there, they can do that. They can do it, absolutely. So there is no way out of this. Normally in a free market, what happens is the price rises. And the price gets so high that the industrial users won't buy as much. Well, it's not doing that. They're going to buy it $50. They're going to buy it $500. I mean, how important is silver on an iPhone? 1/100 of an ounce of silver. How important is silver in a Tesla car? 2 to 10 million ounces, or 2 to 10 ounces per car, if you ask me. Because that whole lie that it's 1.5 ounces in a Tesla, an electric car, is just a lie. Just another lie we're being fed. A regular car has about an ounce in it. So an electric car, a lot more. So what are we going to do? The price is supposed to go up, which should settle out supply and demand. But because of the derivative market, because JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, HSBC are all colluding using the stolen metal from JP Morgan, leased through B of A to a handful of big, large banks, too big to fail banks, and now they have to deliver at the end of lease. And they just don't have it. JP Morgan came out and said, well, we don't have any silver to lend this month, but we will next month. That means one of the leases is coming due next month, so they'll have a little bit of silver to lease out, and it just kicks the can farther and farther down the road. And they've been doing it for so long, and it hasn't caught up to them. Problem now is it's going to catch up to manufacturers. And the manufacturers aren't going to be able to produce their electric cars, their solar panels, etc. And India, sold out in India. Panic in London. Everybody's saying the same thing. India is loving silver, and it's caused a shortage this Diwali season. Here's how. So it's India. It's China making the solar panels. In case you guys missed it, or you hear the snapping mouths of the anti-solar people, solar was up 64% already this year. Now, wait a minute. Where are we going to get all these millions and millions of ounces of silver to go in solar? And it isn't stopping. Now it's developing nations that are achieving massive solar power growth all throughout Africa. They are putting solar panels all throughout Asia. They're putting solar panels up everywhere because they're so cheap. And China's making them literally. All the manufacturers are going broke because the solar panels are so cheap. It's great for the people installing solar panels. It's great if they think that's the way to free the world from global warming or whatever they freaking think today. The reality is that solar production is going through the roof every year, up 64% already first half. Now, I don't think it'll be up 64 in the second half, but it's already past what the expectations were. So maybe we'll do 500 million ounces in solar this year. And what's the Silver Institute going to tell their little people after that? That's the problem. They lied to us, so nobody knows there's a huge problem in solar. Well, the people in the know, and they're just buying as much as they can right now. Another interesting thing, chipmaker Nexperia's China arm tells staff to ignore Dutch HQ, deepening semiconductor split. I have said it for a long time. Trump will be the bad guy first. Putin will be the bad guy second, and Xi of China will be the bad guy third. It's all part of the plan to take down the deep state. The controllers, as Dick Allgeier will call them. The controllers of our life. Nobody can take them down. Bullshit. Trump, Putin, and Xi can. So she's going to go into Taiwan and cut off semiconductors. It's going to happen. He said it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Everybody knows it's going to happen, unless she's like, living in La La Land. China's arm of chipmaker Nexperia has instructed employees to disregard directives from its Dutch headquarters, making an escalation in a spiraling cross-border confrontation over control of the company that has already raised alarm bells across the global automotive and electronics supply chain. It's going to be a problem for Elon, obviously. In an internal memo published on the 19th on its official WeChat account over the weekend, Nexperia China told staff that they are to follow orders only from the domestic management team and have the right to refuse execution of any external instructions. So, yeah, you're going to make your products in China. China's going to tell you what to do, period. So, yeah, if you're looking to get a cell phone over the next couple of years, I would buy it now. You're looking to get a new computer, I would buy it now. They're going into Taiwan. They're going to shut off I hope they don't blow up the facilities, but they might. Which would put us back 10 years as far as AI and everything. Now, of course, there is an amazing solution invented by Theta Labs. But again, I mean, can you imagine that? The new chips don't come out and all of a sudden we got to share what we got. And Theta Labs is just sitting there waiting to share it. It's a software download on every cell phone, every flat screen TV, every computer to share broadband, to share processing power, and to share storage capacity. In my last discussion with Jenny Moonstone, she said something like that. Theta's going to come to the rescue of the world. Out of the blue, she said it. I was like, holy crap, I know what that is. Yes, you do need Theta Fuel. Theta Fuel, I think, is the undervalued hero there. I think, yeah, Theta will go back to $15, back to $150, back to $1,500. I think Theta Fuel might be the dark horse that, as a percentage, goes even higher. Probably 1-to-1 with Theta in the long run if everybody starts using it because of the chip issue. Crazy times, I know, just crazy. And then there's this. Google Cloud stumbled and unplugged the internet. Whole internet went down, which had, Google is a partner, and AWS is a partner of Theta Labs. They know that they can do a decentralized cloud. And so that that single point of failure won't happen in a decentralized cloud, because everything would have to fail at the same time for it to happen. I have no idea if this would have, Theta would have been a solution to this, but it's one of them. It's on the table, which is awesome. So get your T-Fuel. All right, that's all I got for you. You want to join the private road at Road to Ruta? Lots of great stuff. Hit subscribe today, and we're currently giving away one Veritasium token. BlackRock's talking about tokenization of everything. Well, Reggie has the patent. So BlackRock, you're going to have to go to Reggie and beg Reggie. And I think the U.S. government's going to come to Reggie and beg at some point. Anyway, go check it out, roadtoruta.com. I'll talk to you.